Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I'm testing out my new camera, so if the focus is a little off, I'm still learning what the hell I'm doing. But hopefully it's gonna, over the course of the long run, because I'm all about the long run, provide even more value for you guys. It's supposed to have me in focus and then everything in the background, but the last few times I did this, everything in the background was in focus and I was blurry, so I had to redo like a bunch of videos. But anyways, keep your questions coming, Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I will figure this camera out, and I will keep you anonymous in the process. So I do a lot of consulting work, okay, especially around Southern California, but nationwide too. So I partner with a lot of clinics, but I can't possibly partner with everyone. So I do a lot of consulting stuff, and I've been doing a lot of site selection visits, SSVs, sites asking me to help them out with SSVs for one reason or another. So one common concern is, how do I differentiate my site from another site in my city? Because the sponsor brought it up. They said, hey, there's competing sites here. There's a lot of sites in your region. So what differentiates you from the other sites? Why should we use you? And for you research clinics out there, you really need to put yourself in the sponsor's shoes and think about this for a second, okay? The world does not revolve around you as much as we like to think it does. It doesn't. So what could possibly go wrong in the sponsor's mind if they choose like 2 sites or 3 sites in the same city? Well, you can have, number one, all 3 sites, or however many sites there are in that region, can start competing with each other for study participants. Because of that, you may get a lot of duplicate subjects entering the trial, or because the sites are desperately seeking anyone to join their trial, they might enroll people who may not necessarily qualify for the study. So those are 3 big things about the duplicate subjects, and the competing for the same subjects is the biggest concern for sponsors when it comes to choosing sites in the same cities. So ideally, you want to have a PI or a sub-I or somebody on the 1572 for that trial who's going to have their own private practice. So it doesn't have to be in your site necessarily, although that's better, but it could be immediately adjacent to your site, and you can present to the sponsor when they come in and say, hey, our PI or our sub-I over here, they have all these patients in their private practice. We're able to pre-screen these patients. We're able to pre-identify them before they even see their doctor, and then if they qualify, the doctor can talk to them about the study. This helps us because we don't actually need to recruit. We don't need to do radio ads or TV ads or newspaper ads and reach the same subjects that our competing sites are going to be targeting. And you got to remember, if you're a smaller site, this actually works better. This works in your favor, okay? So use this to your advantage. Usually sites start small and then they get really big, and then sometimes they get gigantic. And as they grow, they actually lose focus of having PIs who also have private practice. They oftentimes, in their quest to grow, to keep growing and to keep adding PIs, they'll just start adding any PI, any physicians, even if they don't have private practices. And oftentimes, because of that, the sites are forced to recruit radio, TV, newspaper, internet. So they're competing with all the other sites in their area for possibly the same subjects. So smaller is better in this case. If you have 1 PI or 2 PIs or a network of PIs that have a private practice, and you can effectively communicate this message to the sponsor and tell them, we are different because we do not compete with anyone. We actually don't have any competitors because all of our patients come from this group, or our PI, or our sub-I. If you don't have this option, you need to have this option, okay? So watch my video on how to find, partner with, and compensate investigators for your clinical trial company. It's on YouTube, it's on the blog. Basically, you want to find yourself some physicians with a private practice where you will be their only referral source. All right, that's what I would do. In a nutshell, that is what I would do. If you need help, email me if you'd like me to consult for you. 949-415-6256. Otherwise, differentiate yourself. Smaller is better. Use your small size to your advantage, okay? And because there are some advantages there, as you've seen in this video. So keep your questions coming. Dan at theclinicaltrailsguru.com, and until next time, take care.